Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2017 Infiniti Q50 Premium Plus all-wheel drive that we have for sale. We recently acquired this off-lease directly from Infiniti Financial Services. One of the benefits of being a new Infiniti retailer like us is that we have access to a closed network of off-lease vehicles that we have the chance to buy before they go to auction, where it's a free-for-all where everyone with a dealer's license can buy them. You know, most car dealerships, CarMax, Carvana, things like that. One of my jobs as a used car manager is not only to do marketing and run vehicles through the shop, recondition them, but also to acquire some of the nicest premium vehicles you can find for our inventory. And that's where this beautiful Q50 comes in. I think this is a really nice one, and it's pretty much, aside from the sport package, it's fully loaded with just about every available option you can get in 2017. Not all Q50s are created equal. This one had a base MSRP of $42,650, but when you add in all the equipment, it balloons all the way up to $53,335. So it has almost $10,000 in options on it. It has a technology package. That was a $1,700 option package, giving you intelligent cruise control, distance control assist, blind spot warning, blind spot intervention, so it'll actually steer you back in your lane, lane departure warning, lane departure prevention, again it will steer you back in your lane, active lane control, which will make small steering corrections to help you keep you centered in the lane on the highway to help battle driver fatigue. You have an adaptive front lighting system that will turn the headlights with the steering wheel so you can see a little bit better on those darkly lit roads. They're also auto leveling, high beam assist, pre-crash seatbelts, and an eco pedal. So the eco pedal will give you a little bit more resistance to encourage more economical type driving. So it just makes it harder to push down on the throttle. But you know, if you do need more performance, you can just push harder on the throttle, or you can just take it out of eco mode. Then we have the direct adaptive steering system. I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. The 19-inch sport wheel package, leather seating package, driver's assistance package, giving you forward emergency braking, front and rear parking sensors, a round view monitor, backup collision intervention. We have navigation, heated seats, heated steering wheel, remote engine start, 60/40 split bench seat. It goes on and on and on. Of course, we can print you out a copy of that or email you one if you want to peruse it yourself. Beautiful color combination in Hagane Blue, one of my favorite colors on stone leather. Beautiful wood trim. We have a drive mode selector that will make changes to the steering, throttle sensitivity, traction stability control settings, transmission shift points. You know, you'll notice that the Infiniti Q50 has two screens. It's actually one of the first vehicles of its kind to have a dual display system like this. The top screen is for navigation, parking camera, 360-degree round view monitor. You can also change views. The bottom screen is a tablet-like interface for vehicle settings and apps. You can access your climate control settings here, heated seats, heated steering wheel. You can also access your drive mode selector, so you have that here. You also can access the drive mode selector here and drill down a little bit deeper, so you can make different changes to the way the engine and transmission behave. Steering. This has direct adaptive steering, so there's no mechanical connection to the front wheels during normal driving. It's all handled by electric motors and computers. This is actually a first. Infiniti has a lot of firsts. Infiniti had one of the first 360 overhead cameras. It wasn't on this one, it was on an older Infiniti. One of the first backup cameras, again older Infiniti, but one of the first dual display systems. That was the first, the Q50. Another first, for not just for the Q50, but just like the dual display system, just for production automobiles in general, it also has a first direct adaptive steering system. Eventually, Infiniti wants to get rid of the steering column completely because you have a big metal tube going through the firewall. It just makes it harder to manufacture and create collapsing steering columns for accidents and stuff like that. So eventually they want to do away with it. Right now there is a mechanical steering rack as a backup, so if there is a catastrophic loss of failure, you can safely steer the vehicle to a stop. So the way direct adaptive steering works is it has computers and electric motors that filter out unwanted feedback in the steering. So if you hit a rut in the road or a pothole that would normally jerk the wheel, that will get filtered out. But it also allows you to program the feel of the steering. You can make it kind of like a fast, heavier steering ratio like a sports car, or you can make it kind of a slower, more luxury car like steering ratio like a luxury car. Also, the directive adaptive steering system helps with a lot of other systems like the lane keep assist, making small steering corrections to keep you centered in your highway. You know, it isn't self-driving, but this Q50 with all those systems of the adaptive cruise control, the lane keep assist, it can almost drive itself for short periods of time on the highway. But like I said, it's not self-driving. You need to pay attention. You can't get distracted. You need to be ready to take over in case something unexpected happens. But these systems work great for reducing driver fatigue. Also, the direct adaptive steering also helps cancel out crosswinds if you've ever been blown around the highway. So it's a really cool system, and it's really fun to change the feel of the steering. I like the kind of the faster, sharper steering ratio. It's almost like playing a video game, like you play Gran Turismo on the PlayStation or Forza Motorsport on the Xbox. You can go in there and you can control the feeling or the way the vehicle steers in the game controller. Well, this is your game controller in this Q50, and you can program it to the way you like it. Really cool stuff. Great sounding Bose audio system. I love Hagane Blue. Unfortunately, they dropped it for 2021. Maybe it'll come back again in a few years. Maybe they'll probably call it a little bit different color. Hagane means steel in Japanese, which is suitable for a vehicle that is built and made in Japan. So it's a steel blue. The Q50 is built on the advanced front midship platform, also shared with the Nissan 350Z, 370Z. Pretty much the sportiest Infinitis we've seen over the last 15-16 years have been built on this platform. The reason why they call it the advanced front midship platform is they take the engine and they place it as far behind the front axle as possible, so it's almost like a mid-engine vehicle. That moves the center of gravity towards the middle of the vehicle, and it helps it rotate on its axis and improves the handling and feel through the corners. The Q50 is built on a rear-wheel drive sports car platform, but intelligent all-wheel drive is optional. This one has intelligent all-wheel drive, great for the wet, slippery weather we have in the Pacific Northwest. And the reason why it's intelligent is because when all-wheel drive is not needed, it will be 100% rear-wheel drive. That gives you the feel of a rear-wheel drive sports car. It also helps reduce premature tire wear and improves gas mileage by having that rear-wheel drive bias versus the all-wheel drive system constantly working all the time. But this Q50 has microprocessors, constantly monitoring driving conditions, so as soon as those rear wheels slip in a matter of milliseconds, almost instantly it can send up to 50% of the vehicle's power to the front wheels. Also has a 19-inch sport wheel package, really improves the look of the Q50 with those upgraded 19-inch wheels. It's a racing-inspired all-wheel drive system, so it will not just help improve your wet weather traction, but also improve your wet weather performance. And you can get on the throttle a little bit earlier in those corners, and the all-wheel drive system will pull you out of those corners. It is racing-inspired. The all-wheel drive system was originally used in the earlier generation Nissan Skyline GTR, so it's a very proven all-wheel drive system, and it just is a remarkable automobile. This is a vehicle where a lot of thought and a lot of engineering went into it. Infiniti is very proud of this vehicle, and it has a lot of history, a lot of heritage. It has evolved from the G series back in the early days. The G35 sedan eventually evolved into the Q50. It does still share some of its platform components. It's been improved in a lot of ways, more refined, more luxurious than those early Infinitis. I've been with Infiniti 16 years, so I've seen how they've evolved. I have a 05 G35 myself. I love it, but obviously it lacks in a lot of ways compared to the newer Infinitis as far as features, technology, and luxury amenities go. The heart of the Q50 is a VR30 Twin Turbo V6. This is a new engine we saw for 2016, replacing the aging 3.7 liter V6. It makes 300 horsepower, it has twin turbos. You have one turbo for each bank of cylinders rather than having one big turbo. They have two smaller turbos because the smaller turbos can spool up faster, they can react faster, improving engine performance. There's almost zero turbo lag, lots of low end power, and as far as turbo noise and turbo whine, that's also non-existent. It's a very quiet and smooth engine, and it has amazing amounts of power. One beautiful luxury automobile. If you're in the market for a Q50, this loaded technology package Q50 is well worth a look. And okay, when it was brand new, all those options cost about $10,000, but on the pre-owned market, there really isn't that much of a difference in price versus a old, you know, run-of-the-mill Premium Plus Q50 versus a loaded technology one like this might be like $2,000 more. But for me, $2,000 more than one of just a Premium Plus package for something that had $10,000 more in options when it was brand new, or $7,000 more in options, I think it's well worth it. Come in, take it for a drive. Thanks for watching this video. Hope to see you soon, and have a wonderful day.